Hey hair besties, and so I had a lot of clients reach out about getting a wig made with no lace. Pause to read. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do it on a wig cap. If you do not know what this is right here, go back to the other video. It's called the no lace closure sewing. So I have where I want to mark out for the center of our head. And the first thing I'm going to do is attach the hair, and it's going in an upward motion. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm just going to speed it up because I want you to see exactly what I'm doing, because quite honestly, this is one of the most important parts. So that little dot that you seen in the top of the cap, that is exactly where the center of the head would be. So I'm just going to go in and point all our hair going in the upward direction. Once I finish doing that, I'm going to take the rest of the hair. And I forgot to mention that she sent me 2 bundles of 14 inches to do this, which is more than enough. Anything over 16, you will need 3 bundles, and I will explain why in just a second. So now we are at the end of that circle. I'm going to cut away the weft that I don't need and finish stitching this up. Can you do this by hand? Yes, you can. But in a wig, I feel like it will be lumpy. You will have to do really tight loop stitches for it not to be, but yes, it can be done by hand. So this is what it looked like completed with that first step. So all the hair should be pointing going up. And next, I'm going to take the rest of the hair that she have in the bundle, the one bundle, and I'm going to split that hair in. And the purpose of splitting it in track is going to give me more hair to work with, because remember, I only have 2 bundles. And to do this technique on a wig cap, you use a lot of hair because you have to have the spacing close. If the spacing is not close together, if you, for instance, you use a half an inch instead of a quarter inch apart, which I kind of just placed them right on top of each other. But for the purpose of this, I just want to break it down a little bit more. If the spaces are too spread apart, they won't be able to utilize the wig, because no matter which way they flip it, all they're going to do is see gaps. So you kind of have to lay the track right on top of each other. And that's why you need to split it, because you will wind up using an entire bundle just on the top section of the wig, and then the second bundle you can use as normal to fill in the bottom. So as you can see in the video, I am going downward motion, but I am literally laying those tracks right on top of each other. So when she flipped that hair from the left or the right, you will not have any track insecurities. And the other benefit of splitting the actual track is that everything lays nice and flat. You won't have any like bulky or really big on the top wig. It will look very natural and flat, which is your primary focus. You want to give your client a nice, flat, natural looking wig. Now that I'm approaching the top, I am checking to make sure where I'm spinning the hair is landing right on that white dot. That is to make sure that it lands correctly centered. If not, it will be too off centered, like either to the left or the right. So stop every once in a while, check to make sure where you're spinning that hair is landing on that dot. Trust me, you will thank me later. If not, there's no way to correct it without taking it apart and redoing it. And who wants to seam bust a wig that you've already stitched? Oh my God, that's like a nightmare. But that's the only way to fix it. So I'm just going to let you watch me continue to close this up. Take your time, don't rush. Yes, hair will get a little caught up because it do get kind of thick up in here, but just stop, loosen the hair with your hands, and then go back and keep stitching. I am not using the zigzag stitch. I am just using a straight stitch and taking my time. I know I did speed it up, but honestly, this closure piece probably took me about a half an hour, when typically it takes me a half an hour to construct a whole wig. So I just wanted to give you a realistic time frame. Now that we are closing into the center, I want you to see one hand is gently like twisting the hair, while the other hand is guiding the track to make sure I'm staying aligned with the actual sewing machine. Now I'm going to do that until I have no more space. You'll know when you don't have any more space. And like I said before earlier in the video, this wig is perfect for my girlies that simply do not want to deal with lace closures or frontals. You are giving up that part, but you are giving up that part. So if you like my videos, please make sure you engage. And if you're new to wig making or already making wigs by hand and struggling how to do it by sewing machine, I do offer a one-on-one class. We go over the A Ace to the Z's of wig making, from a closure to a frontal, and totally glueless because I don't, if you know me, I don't use any glue. All of my booking info is listed in my bio. So now that we have this completely closed, you're going to snip off any extra hair that you might have left and then simply close it up. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like on the inside. I did take the remainder of that one bundle and I filled in the bottom, but this is what your closure, your top piece should look like once it's completed, and that marking for that center is still there, and that hair will naturally fall down. So this is what it looks like on the top, and I sent it to her exactly like this. She explained to me she will be taking it to her stylist to cut and color. And here's another good look at the inside, and this is the picture she sent me and her actual review of the wig. And like always, I'm Styled by Will, and I make custom wigs for everyday and medical use.